making a mess. Happy homebrew weekend. Oh. I've got the last little bits of the Fresh Work Kit IPA. I'm trying to save it, and even if I can't, I've got a few bottles left up there, which is more than fine. Saturday, the 21st of September 2024, 11:50 a.m. A little bit early for a beer, but the kids are up early, and that means so am I. So it's been fantastic. I've been brewing a little bit more. So I don't know if you can see down there. Yes, we can. I made a stovetop all grain ESB, just 10 litres worth, which I'm going to cold crash today. I've got some stuff there that I've written about it, so we can come back to that. Update number one. First of all, update number one. The cold brew mead was a failure, and that is because of my poor time management. So, I made the cold brew coffee, tasted it about 48 hours later, fantastic. Planned to make the mead that night. Never happened. Then still hasn't happened. And as of today, the cold brew coffee has mold on it. So I have to throw that away and redo that at some other stage. Made the stovetop ESB, as I was saying, and I entered a couple of beers into the ABCSA. That's a lie, they were meads, 2 meads. One was my 5-year-old Christmas mead, and one was my 2-year-old sadness mead. The sadness mead, 2 years old, still did okay. So out of 50, it scored a 32, which is good. Very dry, tastes like a white wine, doesn't taste like mead. So I've got to maybe use those bottles as like mixes and back sweeten the rest, which we talk about in just a little bit too. But the Christmas mead, the 5-year-old one, you won't be able to read this, but potentially. No, can't read that at all. Not a chance. It says 2024 mead, dry mead, first. We got the gold medal, which is absolutely fantastic. And so I need to enter now some mead. Anyway, I was going to try and enter another bottle of this, but we ran out. We've got none left. Some mead into the AABC, which is the Australian competition, to see how it fares there. So we've got the gold medal, absolutely fantastic, like stoked, fantastic. And I'm going to brew another mead, the same, because I found the recipe, and we'll wait another 5 years and see how that goes. But the wicked part is, so at full winning, there's no like medals and stuff. You get a glass that's like got your name and everything engraved on it. There's this really cool beer that you cannot buy. I'm going to try and just see if that. Look at that. It kind of comes in and out. It's a British strong ale. Now, let me do that. Made by Pirate Life and the SA Brew Club. You cannot buy this. It is nowhere. So I want to kind of, I don't know, I want to keep it, but I want to taste it. I don't know what to do with it because, yeah, it's just, as soon as I drink it, it's gone and you cannot get it ever again. And I kind of like it as my little trophy and my little, like even the label's really cool. I really like it. So, I don't know. Was really happy with the result. They came back at like a 45 out of 50, something like that. The judges were very kind and they wrote some very lovely things about it. So I was very, very happy. When I was making this ESB, so I'm making a little video how to brew this ESB, and I'll link it if this goes out and if I actually finish making that video. And what happened was, it was a really good brew, like really easy, like when everything went super well except for the very end of the brew day. because I had a pot without a spigot, like without a spout. So, because I'm not smart, I put my wine thief into the pot without actually cooling the wort. So I melted it. And so I've had to buy a new one. There's a whole process and procedure going on here with this. So, really looking forward to that. With the ESB, we're aiming for, like, everything went well, but the efficiency was just a little bit lower than I expected. So we're aiming for 1059, I got 1054, which is fine, because I don't really care about the alcohol, I care about the taste. And brewed, or put into the fermenter and yeast, I think on the 15th, yes, on the 15th of September. So this is day 7, or 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21. Day 7, ugh. And it's definitely ready to cold crash and keg and stuff. So that was another thing. So I've been cleaning and sanitizing all my kegs and stuff, trying to get all of them back and redoing all the seals, and that's been a really cool, fun project. The moment of truth here is, if I've done everything right, this should hiss. So I've sanitized and put CO2 in it. Beautiful. So this is ready. I'll fill that up. Hang on. Let me just put more CO2 in. That's how we do it, because it's all hooked up to the regulator and stuff in here. I just gotta. Can you hear that filling up? Probably not, but. So now that's all CO2'd and pressurized and ready to go for tomorrow after I cold crash those. Right. Let's get those in the fridge now. That's the next step. So that's done and ready. The next thing we're going to do is this C2C mead here. Has been in primary for about 31, 32 days. And the advice I got from the mead community was to now rack off into another clean fermenter to get it off of the fruit, let it clear and age. So I'll let that age forever, basically, aiming for about 6 months. And then we'll bottle and taste and backswing do what we need to. But yeah, this is ready to go. And also, the really dry mead, the sadness mead, the 2-year-old mead that got the 32 at the brewing competition, has had the remaining 30 litres. About 2 kilos of blueberries put on there. So today we're going to rack into one of these, taste, back sweeten, clear, let it go, bottle, do the rest. Because that's been sitting for 2+ years. Yeah. So now we're going to just do some sanitizing and stuff and get ready to drain that. So I've got a new wine thief as well, so I had to get like a small, like the other one I've got is, it's actually right here. See, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like all bent at the bottom, so now it doesn't actually work, so I've got to cut it or just get a new one probably. It's probably the smartest thing to do. But regardless, that was kind of too big to fit properly into here. So now what I'm going to do, so star sand, all the good stuff. This has been cleaned, sanitized. Like, yeah. Where can we put that? And this is all okay. This is like food grade sanitizer, so we can We can do this. And all I want to do now is rack this delicious mead from this demijohn into this one. I can kind of sit and watch that happen and have a delicious beer. Cheers. So I'm very excited about the ESB anyway. But yeah, that's been the last week and a bit. I'm really excited about how this is going to taste too. This is like a really, I've normally done them a little bit drier, and this is going to be a really sweet mead. Well, that's the plan anyway. It was there's a fair amount of honey that went into that for a 4.7 litres worth of mead, and the oranges and the juice and stuff. But yeah, I might take a little sample and see how that goes. But it's a good idea. I'm going to take a sample. I'm still cleaning all of this stuff out. It takes an enormously long time, especially with children. And I'd love for more lighting in here. This is getting rather tricky. Oh wow. There's a really nice combination of like almost a little bit of bitterness with that lovely rich honey flavour. I can taste alcohol too. I don't want to waste any of it to figure out how much alcohol is left. Like, yeah, how much alcohol there actually is in there. But yeah, that is amazing. That's got like a real alcohol warmth as it goes down. And you can kind of taste that real, like a little bit of pithy, bittery, like orange peel flavour. That's wow. That's like I've made a few meads now. I've made a few melomels, you know, a few things like that. And this is yeah, that's much more like it, isn't it? All right. I'll get as much out of this as I possibly can, but that's and then I'll let this sit for 6 months and clear up and all the rest. Now I've got a free fermenter, so I can do something else. Very excited about that though. This is that's tasting really nice. I don't know when it's supposed, like when I'm not like good enough at knowing, like with beer I feel like I'm fairly well educated now, but with mead I don't really know what to do and when and how and blah blah blah. I'm kind of just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. So here's my, so I've got like a Star San sanitizer, and this is like the alcohol, this is like the 70%. Put that in. And that is going to just sit now for the next 6 months. 6 months or so. That's going to sit like that. Yeah, what should happen is that should just clear up eventually, taste amazing. Like, again, as much as it did taste really good, with some time I'm hoping that'll just taste a little bit more, less sharp. I want everything to be more rounded. I'm going to get maybe another beer. I cannot wait to get my keys back either, because as much as I like using the gun because of nostalgia for me, like We figured out yesterday we've been brewing for 7-8 years, and one of the first batches we ever made was just in this huge fridge, with just one single keg in this gun. We just sat around like the fridge, my house in Ethelton, in deck chairs, and just push this gun around. Same gun that I have today, but fantastic beer. Yeah, I do miss the keg and the nice pours and the correct pressures and actually, you know, the spring-loaded handle. Like, I have this problem, and I'm sure it's my problem, but when I let go of the trigger of the gun, it throws a little burst of head onto the beer, which is, again, not a problem, but it's, you know, I do miss that about the keg. So what we're going to do now, that's not even going to be, I might just do that. The trick is to really keep your knees rigid and just jerk as much as you can with your lower back. Oh, dumb. Okay. The thing that I'm concerned about with this is, what am I going to do with a 60 litre fermenter? Because I'm kind of, in my younger days, I loved the idea of making 60 litres of beer at a time. But now I like these little experimental demijohn things. That's what... Ooh, that smells like sherry, like brandy. That is like a really, really nice, like a port. I know you're all, this is just making a mockery of the correct way to do this, but that could be the title for the memoirs for the story of my life. Just a mockery. Now this is where I wish I had my nice big boy, but I don't. How am I going to do this? This is really, I always think I'll be able to do things a lot easier than I inevitably end up doing them. I always encounter just so many difficulties. I'm starting to think the problem is me. That is smelling amazing, like a port, like a lovely port. The colour is gorgeous. It's like this, it's like wine, like a lovely light red wine. I'm glad my beer is here. And I feel like, as I'm doing this, I may have made the exact same problem, where I've just got the bung in, and I perhaps should have put a tap. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. The most important thing is to get the rest of this delicious liquid out of here and into there, right? And then from there we're going to taste and back sweeten if we need, and then bottle. Because this is smelling so good. I haven't tasted it yet, to be fair, but maybe I'll just keep making meads in the big 60 litres. I really don't know what to do with a 60 litre fermenter anymore, because like I can't temp control it, so I need something that doesn't really need that. You know what? I actually kind of want to do like a Salerno. Maybe this could be just like the lambic, like just sit and let it become disgustingly good across, 3 years. Because that would be worth bottling and keeping then. Like lambic. Is Goose the one that's like the Salerno version of a lambic? Goose is like the 3 years, yeah, anyway. that's what I'll do. I decided I'm going to make a big batch of like Berliner Weiss and fruit it and age it in this. Because this actually really does smell just amazing. I'm really excited to bottle this and try it. I actually like that the transfer is slow. There's really something about like mead that is is really romantic to me. The length of time it takes to make a good one. And it doesn't even mean that you've done anything particularly good, you've just been patient. And the older I get, the more important learning to be patient is. And because I see the rewards of what patience gives you. And I think mead is a really good example of that. Mead is a fantastic example of your patience as a reward. The longer you leave it, sometimes the better it gets. That took absolutely forever. So what I'm going to do now, that's gone. Sip of beer. Okay. That's how much delicious mead we've got. But we need to back sweeten just a little bit. So all I'm doing now is, because I'm going to close this up, I'm going to back sweeten this, pour that in there, and then we'll taste and figure out and all the rest. But yeah. Like that will do. Wet the yellow, flip it on. Done for now. I'm not done, but this is done. Thank you for hanging out with me. Keep brewing that good beer. Let me know what you're doing. How you're doing it, why you're doing it. Are you experimenting? Are you trying to brew to a certain style? Are you trying to brew to your taste and see what style that is? Lots of different reasons. Are you brewing because it's fun? Are you brewing because it's cheap? Are you brewing because beer sucks? Are you brewing because you can't find what you want? Whatever the answer, let me know. Or not. And I'll see you next time for another homebrew weekend. Thank you, bye.